Holy shit. Suck my tits and call me mama. This is Karen's Kids.
That's how you want to start.
Hey, this is episode number 17 on that ass boy.
What is up?
Hey, cheers.
Cheers.
My man. So these are called filthy margaritas right here.
That's what it is, a filthy margarita? I like it. It's really good.
I think it's called a black cherry filthy margarita, by the way.
Oh, shit. Do you remember that song by DJ Quick?
No.
Oh, well.
How's that go?
It's something about black cherry.
Well, sing it. Don't be scared.
No, I don't know it. It's black cherry. What can I tell you?
Well, it's delicious, right?
I've never had it. Never had black cherry.
It is 1.5 ounce of Don Julio.
Okay, cool.
And then
like
it's half ounce of this
It's good.
filthy cherry little syrup that we bought at Benny's. And then it is a other half ounce of fresh lime shaken up. Boom.
Not stirred.
Filthy cherry margarita.
Okay, cool. I like it.
Although I'm drinking, even though I claimed I was going to detox for a month because of how much I drank.
Wait, what do you mean?
Last weekend.
Where'd you go? What'd you do?
So last weekend was my birthday. Holla at your boy.
Happy birthday.
Big 34 on that ass.
34.
Woo.
Okay.
Love it.
All right.
Young.
And what'd
fresh.
you do?
All right. So we went to, well, it wasn't for my birthday, but we went to New Orleans for a bachelor party.
Okay.
For a homie's bachelor party.
All right.
With the added bonus.
So, so I know you were at a lesbian wedding. Is this a gay wedding? I'm asking.
No. It wasn't a wedding. It was a bachelor party.
Okay, I know, but eventually he's going to get married. The actual question is, I know that you were at a lesbian wedding. Is this a gay wedding?
No. It wasn't lesbian. You tripping.
Okay.
No.
I'm asking.
So it happened. So we all went to, there were 10 of us, actually maybe 11 of us, went to New Orleans for a bachelor party with the added bonus of 3 birthday parties.
Oh, okay.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
So it just was everybody was just celebrating everything, including the bachelor party.
Everyone was mostly there for my birthday.
So
I'm
just a bunch of guys?
I'm just joking. Yeah, hell yeah, it was a bunch of dudes. It was a bachelor party.
Ew. All right.
But
cool.
you swear like we hung out in Boys Town or some shit.
Hey, I don't know. I was asking for a friend.
It was a fun time. Thanks for asking.
Where'd you go? Where was this? In Chicago?
Nah, well, we went to New Orleans.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we flew to New Orleans. We hung out in the fucking tourist trap, Bourbon Street,
Okay.
It's, I went there in my early 20s. And I had a great experience. It was Halloween weekend, and it was a Sunday night football game versus Atlanta, and Atlanta's like rivals. So Atlanta was in town. There was an extra amount of people in town that day. It was a great weekend. So I had fond memories of New Orleans.
Okay.
And then I go back 10 years later.
So you went there as a youngin'. How old were you?
I think I was like 22, 23, between 21 and 3.
So 10 years ago, roughly 10 years ago.
Right.
Was that before Katrina?
It was right after Katrina.
You went right after Katrina. Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. Like a couple years. And I had a good experience. And this one, man, this one kind of changed me a little bit. I don't want to.
How was it different?
I don't want to shit on Louisiana, but goddamn, that place is a trash bin. Dude,
wow.
It is. I don't know, man. That place is fucking filthy.
Do you think it's just bad because Chicago's so great?
Well, I've heard people from out of town, they'll come to Chicago and they're like, oh, this city's really clean. And I just didn't think of it. I thought the city kind of was dirty,
Okay.
Until you go to a way dirtier fucking city. And then you realize, oh shit, Chicago is way cleaner than fucking New Orleans. Wow. I mean, okay, granted, I was maybe more in the tourist area, and there's probably people who could show me really nice areas, but I don't know, man. That shit was just straight up amateur hour. I don't know how to explain. It felt like I was at a college town, like a grown up college town.
Okay. But like,
I don't know. Yeah, man. So the Saturday, the 13th was like the red dress parade. And I guess what that was some, I don't know. I think the folklore, I don't know if it's even true, but I think the story goes that this woman, I think there was like a war going on, and this woman went to fight the war with only her red dress on, or either that or she was trying to help somebody, and she had a red dress on. And
okay, hold on. So you were there in New Orleans, and there was a war, or was there an event?
No. I'm talking about an event that's the origins of that event was some kind of, I think it was either war or something was going on where somebody saved people with a red dress, and she became like a hero. So everyone. Somebody's probably gonna fucking look this up. I should have looked this up before even talking about it, but
but the fact that this is Karen's kids, we don't look up anything.
We just, this is on the fly. It's zero preparation. But no, I guess she saved some lives or something. She did something. She wore a red dress. It stuck with it. So male, female, everyone goes fucking ham. I don't know if it's August 13th every year, but it was that Saturday. Brought a fuck ton of people, wasted, dude. By 2:00 you see people like already zombies. And it's hot, you can't be walking around. It's just too hot and sweaty in New Orleans. And then the streets.
Were you in a red dress?
Absolutely not. You won't catch me dead in red dress.
Was any of your party in a red dress?
Nah, and I think we all came to agreement that I don't know if it's just like some kind of fucked up. I can't wear a dress, dude. I can't let somebody see me in a dress, and it's like, then people can make the argument, you take yourself too serious, which may be true, but like, God forbid somebody gets a picture of me in that red dress and it's taken out of context fucking 10 years from now.
Now you said somebody's gonna say you take yourself too serious?
Maybe. Yeah, like it's like wearing a costume. It's like you can't wear a female costume.
Yeah, I wouldn't wear a dress.
Nah, right.
But it's not like a kilt, right? It's not like the Scottish.
No, it could
Irish
be anything.
thing.
I mean, people wore two-top, like it just had to be red, but it was mostly like day dresses and fucking little skimp. Not skimpy, but
question. So I know it's New Orleans, right? And there's a lot of saggy pants. Were there saggy skirts?
No
saggy skirts. Okay.
Nah, but there was like swole dudes. There was people who just leaned into it.
Okay, and basically it's like a drinking town, and that's all they ever do.
Right. I mean, listen, if you've never gone to New Orleans, then yes, you need to go experience. It does have a cool old feel. Like you see, what happened?
I would never go to New Orleans.
Oh, I thought you were saying like something was fucked up with the camera.
No, there's probably something fucked up with the camera.
But like if you've never gone, it's you have to go so you can experience it, make your own judgment. And it's cool seeing some of the old structures. You could see that this town has just got some history to it. There's no doubt about it. So the streets are narrow, which I don't like.
Okay,
there's gotta.
Well, it's like a really old town. Old in reference to like America.
Sure, absolutely.
Right. Not in reference to like other places, but America.
The streets are super narrow, and I just immediately thought about like there's got to be so many accidents, and or insurance companies probably hate that kind of area where it's so tight. It's probably so easy to get into fender benders and fuck up some cars. But yeah, man, I don't know. Just so
it's safe to say that's not one of the cities you would recommend or even go to move to.
Nah, man. I don't know.
So you went.
This is my opinion.
34, 33?
I'm 34.
So you went at 22. At 34, are you going to go at 46?
The only okay. So let me also say is I didn't actually pay for my trip. It was a birthday gift for my girlfriend, which was sweet of her. So she paid for my plane ticket and my stay. So that was a solid.
Oh no. Okay. So. Where's she going? What is she going to do?
Oh, man. I don't know. She might have some dreams. I think she wants to go to Japan on her birthday. I heard her say something that. So I don't know if this was like a little...
She set you up. She sent you to New Orleans so she could go to the city of gold.
She's got a smart head on her shoulders. Yeah, so I wouldn't doubt it. She knows what game she was playing. Not just playing. But
she's not going to listen. She hates...
I won't, if it's like, you were getting married and you're like, hey, listen, I'm having a fucking bachelor party in New Orleans. I'll go if it's an event, but I'm not planning my own trip to New Orleans ever again.
I thought we established that.
You're not gonna get married again?
Not in New Orleans.
Not to a girl.
It'll be a woman.
It'll be a fucking dude named Jeff.
It'll be a woman, and she will be ambiguous. Her name will be Pat.
Let me say some positives about the.
Okay.
So I'm not just straight negative because I don't like to be negative Nancy, but
Okay.
we did have a good dinner on Friday.
That's what I was gonna ask. The food is supposed to be really good there.
The food is good, but dude, we come from here, man.
That's
There's
the
no
problem.
better fucking food than Chicago food. You're not gonna get it. Maybe in New York, that's the only and then I guess somewhere in LA. But
even I hear New York is just a step up from Louisiana as far as cleanliness.
yeah, I have been in New York, and it is. But New York, it is.
How does it
New
compare
York
to
is
Chicago?
cleaner.
Is it? Okay.
New York's definitely cleaner than New Orleans, in my opinion.
Not Chicago.
No, Chicago. We were lucky, and now I even have a more appreciation.
Yeah, you have to be able to go to other places to be able and see the shit that's out there for you to appreciate what we have, which is a lot.
100%.
Yeah.
So you ever have grilled oysters?
No.
And I loved them.
You did. Are you gonna grill some oysters?
So what they did was these were some big old stupid ones too, by the way. Like almost a pound each.
Wow.
They did add cheese and stuff on the top, so maybe that's what
Wait, they added cheese to the oyster? Are you serious?
Yes.
Like what kind of cheese?
Not
fucking a slice of Velveeta.
I bet you it was melted Parmesan. It was crumbled Parmesan that kind of melted a little bit.
Parmesan, interesting. Parmesan.
You know what? I can't. I
don't think it would be Parmesan.
Okay,
It's gotta be something else.
It has to be something salty though.
Okay,
It's in that. It has to be in that family.
Okay.
Anyways, but because it was white,
maybe.
it was a white cheese that was. I mean, I guess a lot of cheese are salty, but
Right.
it was. Anyways, we ordered it as a table, and everyone got one, and we put a little hot sauce in it, and I was already going into it with a little bit of a. I don't like. I know I don't like seafood, so I was kind of already thinking about it. But anyways, I took a little deep breath and I went in and fucking loved it. I was like, we went Friday. We had planned to go again Sunday because all of us enjoyed the food so much. We're like, hey, we'll come back here before we leave. Okay. And then I was gonna get my own order of that shit for sure. It was delicious. It was absolutely delicious. It was cool. And they had a little charred cheese on it. So
so obviously they grilled. Yeah. I'm not familiar with them because I've only had oysters once before. I was in California last, probably October. Mm-hmm. But anyways, they weren't grilled, and it was the first time I had them. So obviously they were on the shell, and you kind of slid them down your throat. Mm. Is that what you had?
Yeah, it's all one bite. You know, you scoop it up all in one bite. I think they just put it on the grill, and they let the flame kind of go around it.
Smoky.
Yeah, it goes around it, so the edge has like a little burnt cheese. It was fantastic.
Wow. Now I want some toasty oysters.
Right, and then put a little hot sauce on it. It was fire.
Okay, cool. And that's it. That's all you did.
Yeah. So that was the Friday, and then Saturday, I think. Oh, Saturday we ended up. We all had the idea of because we had a badass little. We had a grill. All right, so
stayed in a tent.
So the way we stayed at an Airbnb.
Okay.
So it was one complex that had 4 units. So it was actually really big because we had the smallest unit and it had 8 bedrooms.
Okay.
And
did anything exciting happen? Was anybody shot? Did they break in anywhere? Did anybody's stuff get stolen? Because I hear that happens a lot.
No, there was shooting on New Orleans. There definitely was. But hold on, let me finish my thought.
Okay.
So that Saturday we ended up. Let me just finish my food thought. On the Saturday we grilled. And it fucked up our dinner. So we all, you know how it is. Like we waited too long to eat a breakfast. It went into like lunch. Yeah. So then we fucking maxed.
Amateur.
Yeah. You know what? We grilled some steaks, burgers, and sausage, and it all came out fucking phenomenal. But it wasn't. It's like, dude, we could do that anywhere. You know, it's like we didn't go to fucking New Orleans to do that. And if we had the plan, but it got executed 3 hours later. You know, so it kind of like fucks up the dinner.
And the fact that how many of you guys were there?
Like 11.
Yeah, that's yeah.
So Saturday was my birthday, and of course, like, I'm bougie, so I like to fucking go out for a nice dinner on my birthday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I actually, when I walked in, I saw your sandals. It's got your initials on there. The fuck?
No, it doesn't.
Who the fuck has
Those
that?
are fucking Old Navy, son. That fucking $6 on clearance.
Dino watches Netflix on a Sunday with a tie.
Don't sleep on Old Navy. If they want to sponsor Karen's Kids, I'll fucking...
Guys.
Don't sleep on Old Navy.
Holy shit.
They have the best shirts.
He just ended his sentence with, I'm bougie, and now he's... he's like, go to Old Navy.
You know what? I know where to spend...
It's got the word old in it.
You right, dog. Good call. You way to call me out. I do like... Okay, I'm bougie when it comes to food and my stay. When it comes to clothes and fashion, I like to look. Yeah. I always like to look nice, but I don't like to spend a lot of money.
Old Navy is just a step up from the Salvation Army.
Nah, you tripping. It's a step up from Target.
A step up from... Wait,
you think Target's better?
I have no idea. I know Target is a girl store. I don't shop at Target.
They do call it Target.
I'm a weirdo. I shop with fucking catalogs.
If you got a wine glass and a pinky up, you can call it Target.
Oh, yeah, that's a SpongeBob order.
Pinky out.
No.
Thanks, pal.
Yeah, I don't have any desire to go to New Orleans, right? Because they say it's like music, food, booze.
I know, exactly. We have that here.
Well, we have music, booze, but we have a beautiful city, a skyline. The people are wonderful. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But if I'm gonna do that, if I'm gonna go booze, I'm going to Nashville. That place is fucking dope.
I've been hearing good stuff about that.
Nashville's the best.
Have you been?
You gotta leave around 2:30. You want to get out of there.
What does that mean? On like what, Sunday? What do you mean?
No.
Oh, in the morning?
No, in the morning. Yeah. If you're gonna party, be gone by 2:30.
Oh, do they have all night places?
Oh yeah, they're out there till like 4 in the morning. But so some places are open till like 4 in the morning. But that's when the college kids get real rowdy.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. So you want to get out of there.
How many times have you been?
4.
Is there like one famous street that has all the bars on it?
Yeah. That's Broadway. Yeah, that's the street. It's all the bars are there. You just kind of walk around. You hop from bar to bar. There is a new singer every pretty much half hour. You get a concert for free. You know, you tip them as you drink, but you party, and it's not just all country. You know, you have people playing like great music. When we were there, a guy was singing just like what's the guy who sings Satellite? He's that weirdo from South Africa.
Oh, Seal?
No. No.
I don't know shit about singers.
Well, so he's the guy who came to Chicago and he dumped his bus's sewage.
BB King?
In the dude, BB King.
God, I'm just throwing out random
You think BB King is gonna be in Nashville?
No. Oh,
yeah, the Blues King. He would be here.
Right, that's true.
Yeah. No, Dave Matthews Band. So he was singing like Dave Matthews Band, and of course you get people singing all the obviously Taylor Swift. Got her start there, and
but I like I don't like a lot of live music, like band live music.
You don't like live music?
I like live music.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
But not band, like jazz. That's not my vibe. Like,
okay,
in New Orleans, they got all that shit, but we did.
Just your bougie statement is like, it's just waning. Just,
no.
You're at 1%.
We did find this one place. So we went to like the French Quarter and we're like, okay, let's get off Bourbon Street because it's fucking ratchet and dirty.
Wow. I just heard that about Paris too.
Really? We'll get into that in a second.
Yeah, sure.
So we tried a couple places. We went to this one place that was supposed to be known for their live music. As soon as we go in, there's this fucking band going hard. Okay. They're going ham.
What are they?
I was like,
Nickelbacking? They were Nickelbacking? Nah,
they were just jamming. But why they were jamming so hard, in hindsight, was it was the last song, right? Oh. So we got there at the band's last song. They were fucking going hard. We're all like, dude, this is badass, because it was like their closer. So it was killer.
Yeah.
So whatever. So
it was their finale firework.
Yeah, exactly. They end. We're like, oh, cool. We just got our first drink. They end. Then all of a sudden, 15 minutes goes by in silence. Right? A bar silence is fucking weird, right?
Oh,
you need that little fucking. It needs to occupy your subconscious a little bit, you know. So
they went so hard.
right,
They took the energy out of the whole room.
Exactly right. Okay. So then I picked up on that right away, and then I think somebody else picked up on it that works there, so they started playing like YouTube performances like on their TVs. You know, it was like I think one was Ray Charles. They were playing some throwbacks, some Stevie Wonder shit. You know, so they were jamming out. It was like whole like little concerts.
Okay.
And then that was like, I don't know, another 10, 15 minutes. And after about 10, 15, another band got on stage and they started like setting up. We're like, okay, cool. We're gonna wait for another band. Dude, they were setting up for like fucking 25, an extra 30 minutes.
Wow.
And they still weren't playing. We're like, get the fuck out of here. We came here for live music, and
that's crazy.
We spent more time. We spent more time there not listening to live music than we were listening to live music.
Nah, that's fucked up. I've had more fun at like old folks' homes, and the setup is less.
And the women are easier.
I don't know if they are.
Hi-yo!
I don't know if they are, but I'm not as good looking as you.
Grandma loses those teeth and she's a blowjob queen.
Oh my God.
Could you imagine like a fucking really old lady just wrinkled, just give me that dick, Sonny? Oh.
Man, no.
I'm hard.
Are you? No, would you?
You know what?
So if she was super rich,
I
would
was
you?
just about to say there is a world where an 80-year-old something can cuff me, but we're talking big numbers here. We're talking about like hundreds of thousands to spend like a weekend with.
What would she actually look like? Like, what would she have to look like for you to be like, this is the one? She's my sugar mama.
Ooh,
right? Because she can't be gross.
Is it less about the looks and more about how much you're making?
I don't know. Would you be even able to get it up
with pills? Listen, you're making. Listen, let's just say in a hypothetical world where this widow old lady's just got buku money. Let's say she comes from her ex-husband, whatever, stupid rich died. If I can, because I watched a show Did you ever watch a show Gigolos on Showtime? Okay, so there was I caught a few episodes, whatever. There was an episode where one of the dudes was trying to get hired from this lady to rent him for I think a month to go sailing.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so he would be her fake boyfriend, fucking for a month.
Okay,
and I think it was like $50,000
for 1 month.
For 1 month.
What did she look like?
I don't know, but that's what I'm saying. So I know there's like arrangements like that. So let's say there's an old lady who is like, it's a finite time. It's not like, oh, just wait until I die, because that could be 3, 5, 7 years. You know, you never know. And so if there was like a finite contract that like you got to spend 1 year with me, and then you're gonna get, I don't know, $100,000, $150,000. I don't know, but that's not unlimited access though. That I'm selling myself short.
Well, would it? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if I could do something like that. Like I don't know. I couldn't do it. I have to be attracted to her.
Listen, dude, there's a fucking price you would take you would fuck anything for a certain price, and that includes dudes.
No.
Fuck you.
No.
$10 billion.
$10 billion.
That's what I'm saying. There's a price.
Who has $10 billion?
Hold on, but that's a price. My point is everybody has a price, no matter what the fucking number is. It could be astronomical. You could be talking billions, but maybe in the hypothetical world, that's what it would take for a dude to fuck you too.
Oh my God. The scarring though. The scarring is $10 billion.
You go to the bar. Hey, how'd you make your wealth? I took it in the ass from an 80-year-old dude. And you're like, ooh.
But who's is the 80-year-old dude Shaq?
True.
And he fucking Shaq attacks you like for hours?
Would be crucial. If you want an Asian man for that one. You want like a fucking banker from Asia to make that proposal.
Bro, why would you disparage Asians like that?
Or Greek and Irish people like myself. You know, we got the short end of the stick. If you got the Irish blood. But, whatever. I don't know. Is it true? Is that okay? Stereotypes got to come from somewhere, right?
Okay.
So there's got to be some nugget of truth. I think what's wrong with those is like it's more of like a blanket statement. So you can't say like like all those
There's always a pinch of truth in those.
all those stereotypes.
There's a pinch.
The only thing wrong with I think stereotypes is that it's a blanket statement for all of them. Doesn't mean that stereotype isn't true though. Think about it.
Right? No,
So
agree.
the only problem people have with it is like, oh, not all Asians have small dicks. No, but a lot of them do. That's why the stereotype became true. And just like the opposite with black dudes and big cocks. I mean, I haven't seen a lot of black cock personally, but in porn, I mean, those motherfuckers got some fucking hammers, dude. Like I can't, and you'll see like they'll give it to some skinny little like 80-pound-year-old chick, and you're like, how is she taking that? And then my girlfriend says, "Ow," when I'm fucking her. Quit playing.
She also bought you a ticket to the worst city
Shout out
in
Boom.
the world.
Hey, I had a cheap week. Oh, and I went to the casino twice.
Okay.
I won $365.
Okay, $1 per each day.
Right. And I bought in for 300. I won 365. So my payout was 665. And as she was pointing it out, so the teller's paying it. She goes, "Oh, you won 665." I go, "Oh, I'm $1 off my favorite number." And she goes, "What?" And she paused. She goes, "Oh," and she got it.
Okay.
I thought it was a funny joke.
Yeah, the fact that you were in the city of voodoo.
Right.
Did you see any?
Dude, I saw people trying to listen,
shit.
man. You had table readers out there, and I'm like,
They trying to sell you a voodoo doll?
yeah, dude. And
Did they really?
Not voodoo dolls. They're trying to read my palms and do tarot cards.
Yeah, you should.
So okay, so when you're on Bourbon Street, there's a lot of people on a hustle. Okay, you got people trying to sell you beads. Don't let these motherfuckers. They come right up to you and they immediately try to put it on you. Do not let those motherfuckers touch you or even make eye contact. Because the moment if you go to festivals around here, if you go to a lot of EDM festivals,
Okay,
it's very common for people to put a wristband or a little like a trinket they made over your wrist, or give you a necklace, a little beaded necklace they made. It's like a show of love, a little respect, and you have a little moment. If you let that happen in New Orleans, they're gonna charge you for $20. They're like, "Oh, you need a bead on you," and they put a bead on you, and it's $20. So there's a lot of people working hustles and shit. You gotta be on your P's and Q's because there's pickpocketers.
Sure.
There's a lot of fucking. You could just tell they're shady folk. You could sense it as a human being. So
you're saying that you felt danger there?
Oh, dude, listen, I'm a masculine male with 10 other males.
Yeah.
And there's still times where I was like, dude, should we be walking down? Okay. When we pulled up to our Airbnb,
Yeah.
we had to get let off about a little half block in front of it because there's construction on our block. Like literally closed off, no road, no people can come in and out.
Yeah.
And there's like, and there's so much fucking bullshit in the street that you have to like, it's like an obstacle course just walking.
Okay.
The little sidewalk that they had, that some of the properties had, were fucking fucked up. And they're, like I said, it's a very narrow street, so the sidewalk's only like 2 feet fucking wide to begin with, and half of it's gravel. Then you walk on the street, and there's shit all over.
So your shoes are you can't even wear good clothes.
Exactly.
So
right.
what are people wearing? Oh, they were wearing.
We were
those red
tracking
dresses.
sand because there was like sand and shit. We're tracking all the sand to our fucking room. And
So it's safe to say that city might be the fucking asshole of America.
It's, listen.
If it's not the asshole, it's at least the taint.
For sure. No.
Yeah, because Florida's the dong, right?
Oh,
in,
no, that's like the, yeah.
Yeah,
It could
Florida
be
got a big
it could be the
dick.
dick of the whole continent, though.
Yeah.
But so what was I pulling? Why was I trashing
Danger.
the street? Okay.
Did you feel danger?
Thank you. As soon as we pull up and we start walking, we're like, dude, this is where movies are shot, and 10 people go missing. Like this is the start of a Netflix series. So we're like, dude, are we going the right way? They're like, yeah, man, it's right here. And as soon as you walk in our door, I was like, oh, okay, finally. Like, it looked like nice. But as soon as you walk out, it's like, it's just grimy, man. I don't know how else to say it. It's just grimy.
You were walking down one of the worst neighborhoods in Chicago.
Dude, I made so many comments that even the west side or south side where there's bullshit,
Still 10% better.
And 10, maybe 50%.
50% better.
Yeah. And What was fucking crazy is so our Airbnb was next to a highway, so there was an underpass.
Okay.
And what comes with underpasses?
Homeless.
Bums or the unhoused, if you want to be PC.
Homeless.
So I swear to God, I am not bullshitting when I say this. One of the tents had an air conditioning unit in it. It fucking blew my mind. We're walking. I go, this is a classy ass fucking. And I said, where's he getting the power from? We're in the underpass. I don't get it. How does he have power? I seen it. It's a big unit too. You know that tent is frosty as fuck at night.
Well, assuming it's connected to something.
It is connected, dude. He had it shot, and then I started thinking, I'm like, dude, this is a fucking class. He's got to figure it out. I'm over here spending.
Do you maybe he was stealing power from the government?
He has to be.
Yeah, from the light. Wow.
And I'm thinking, I'm over here paying $2,500 a month for my mortgage. This guy's doing it right. And I'm thinking, man, he's probably cuffing up.
Yeah, but again, he's homeless in
one of
the most dangerous cities in all of America.
But I also noticed that these bums, there was like, they were having like we drove by him in the morning, and they were in a circle just having coffee, like having a hangout, and they seemed like this was more of a choice versus they're forced to do it. Some of them they didn't look that, you know what I'm saying? They seemed more with it. They didn't seem like they were zombies, like strung out. They seemed like I'm rather do this than pay than have a mortgage.
Right.
So I started playing with the idea of how this guy picks up chicks, other chick bums. So he's like, "Hey, baby, you don't have to sweat tonight. I got an air conditioner."
Oh, dude, he's killing every night.
That bum fucks.
Hey, man, there's
I didn't see who it was, but he fucks.
Yeah, it's got to.
Yes, dude. And I was like, dude, this guy, I don't know. But I did feel sketched out walking by. All right, so that's another thing. You don't know. See, I know our city bums. I know how they are. You know that they're not too aggressive. They'll come up to the car. Some are pissed when you don't give them money. I'm like, fuck you, dude. I don't got to give you shit. Why are you mad at me? But most of them are just kind of just zombie-eyed, and they're kind of just strung out at the moment. And it just seems I'm a lot calmer around our bums. I go to other cities. This is the second time. You just don't know how they are. Are they aggressive? Do they come up to you? Will they bother you until you fucking give them something? You know, you don't know. So I immediately go to real negative, like, let's get the fuck. We got to move past this part. Yeah. You know?
I'm not sure I remember this story correctly, but I think I do. One of the times I went to Nashville, I went out with my buddy Lou. Lou, shout out Lou. How are you, bud?
Big Lou.
Yeah. And so we were out there, and it was our last day there, so we went grocery shopping. So we were going to have this nice dinner at the Airbnb. Because we bought some steaks and whatever, and Lou came out, and he got his money. I had paid first at the grocery store, and then he came out, and he had his change in his hands. I believe he had a $10 bill, but I'm not sure about that. Mm-hmm. It was definitely not a one. And so a bum in Nashville comes up to us, and he says, "Hey, you guys, I was just hoping that you could give me like $5 so I could go get a coffee and something to eat across the street." Mm-hmm. And my buddy Lou goes, "No, I'm sorry. I only have $10. And that bum snatched the $10, and he said, "I'll take it."
What? And then what'd
right
your buddy
out of
do?
His hands. Well, we had our... first of all, he was jiu-jitsu world champ at the time. Mm-hmm. And so he was like, we had groceries in both hands. He's holding his change, like, you know, where he had the money, like maybe his pinky, his thumb and his index finger. And he was like, "I'll take it." And he just walked away. And we were like, what the fuck? Bums are aggressive in Nashville.
Dude, I would have dropped my groceries and said, nah, fam. I didn't mean for you to take it.
Well, what if it's Nashville? What if he broke out in a song? "Hello, my baby." Hello,
hey, I'm for earning it.
Okay.
You want to do I know it's like maybe a little degrading doing a little song and dance, but at least you fucking did something for it.
Well, I mean, he did. He took it.
You know, I was leaving a Jewel. I was loading up my groceries in the parking lot, and I happened to have, I don't know why I had like $300-400 cash on me. I just had some money. So a white chick, relatively my age, comes up to my car like trembling. "Oh, I'm trying to get back." She has her license in her hand. She's like, "I'm trying to get back to Ottawa Illinois.
Shit. Okay.
I don't even know. I'm assuming that's like by Springfield, like fucking far or somewhere like that.
Somewhere south. Illinois. Not here.
She's like, I'm trying to get back home. She flashes her ID. She's like, she obviously was a goddamn good actress. Either that or she was just genuinely nervous about the interaction, which is probably more accurate. But she's like, I'm trying to get home, but I don't have my wallet. You know what? Like, okay, let me finish my thought, and I'll say what I was about to say. But she's like, I need $20 for a down payment on a taxi ride because he doesn't want to drive me because I don't have a wallet. I need some kind of like down payment. And I was like, and her voice sounded genuine, like I was like, and like I said, I just happened to have that cash on me. I was like, man, fuck it, I'll give her a dub.
Yeah.
So boom, out of the kindness of my heart, give her a dub. I'm like, all right, walk away. Next day, I see this bitch asking
the same shit.
Nah, not just that. She was in the area with fucking.
She hustled you.
Dude, she was walking around with a bunch of bags of White Castle, and I was like, man, I guarantee she's got some fucking little pimp, and this is their little hustle, and I think it works better if they ask for a specific number. Like if they just say give me change or can you help me, if they say I need a $20, is like it just seemed a little bit more believable. But that's when I was gullible. These motherfuckers will never get me again. And what I was about to say was what I thought about as I was telling that story. As soon as these motherfuckers have a story, it's bullshit. So if they ever come at you like, oh, it's ABC, my phone died and can you give me this, or I'm just trying to get on the train, it's all bullshit.
Yeah, for me, it's always an automatic no.
Oh yeah,
always a no.
That moment, that's the moment they fucked it up for all the other bums.
Yeah, it's an automatic no because
they're buying.
So like 2 weeks ago, I went to go see my cousin in Wisconsin, and we're walking with him and his girlfriend, and we're walking down the street where all the bars are, and this guy comes up to us. I believe his name was Carl, black dude. He had, first of all, terrible impression, right? I fucking hate slides, and he had socks on and slides, which for me, I need you to fall off the face of the planet. It is the worst, right? It's the ugliest look ever. Like what?
Stay home.
Ugh.
That's what you wear in the house.
It's just gross because underneath I picture the worst toenail with the worst hygiene. You know what I'm saying? Just like dry, toasted feet. It's like he took his feet and he put them in a toaster, and they're, the crumbs that are in the toaster, that's what attaches to the bottom of the foot when he takes off his sock. That's what I picture. I'm sorry if I'm grossing people out. But anyways, so he walked up to me in his fucking Adidas slides and his white fucking socks that reached just under his knee. And he's like, excuse me, fellas. Yeah, check it out. I came out here to have some fun with my girl, and I ran out of gas. And I was like, Carl? I was about to ask you for money.
I thought about the same stuff. I'm gonna flip it on them.
Yeah,
I'll be like, listen, I was just about to ask you for $1. I swear to God, I thought the same shit. I'm gonna do that from now on. I'm like, dude, I was just about to ask you for some change. You got $1 on you, but I don't want to start an altercation because
here's what kind of pissed me off though. So he has first thing, his presentation was fucked. He didn't look super poor, right? He looked like he had something. I mean, his slides were new. His socks were clean, relatively clean. But anyways, he walks up to us and he gives me this story, but he makes no eye contact. And for me, I'm like, well, all right, well, you're not looking at me, so you're not even giving me that respect. So right away, I was like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's a lie. It's hard to look
at.
He
walked away from us. He walked over to this white dude, kind of pudgy looking, average Joe American dude. This basic white guy gave him like a 20, I believe. And I was like, damn, he got him. So he walked over. I saw him. He walked over. He went to this caddy, like an old school caddy, like an 1987, the big one. Looks like imagine you drive the Titanic. Yeah. And his girl was in his car. And I was like, maybe, I guess. But I mean, you took your girl out and you had no gas and you came to the street where you party. Like, what the fuck are you? Why are you dating him? Like, holy shit, man, you guys need to really raise the fucking bar.
Nah, these guys, they have no fucking shame. They lose
I agree.
they lose all their pride, and it's a numbers game. You ask if you can get your eyeballs in your
I just
body.
had a thought. Go ahead.
If you get your body and eyeballs on fucking 1,000 people, 10, 15, 20 of them are going to give you some money, and especially if you have the scam,
Right.
and especially if the scam of where it's like 10, 20 bucks, if you can get that out of them.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, that's like a real day's worth of work.
Yeah. I mean, if you do it every day, all the time, like for a whole year, I mean, yeah, it's work.
What was your thought?
Yeah. I was thinking, let's take all these fucking losers, like societal losers, and we'll drop them off in Louisiana.
Yeah, but who's going to determine who's the loser?
Me.
That means half the population's going to go over there.
At least 40 of my coworkers are gone.
And most females are gone.
No,
It's
not
going to be a
most
sausage
females.
fest, you fruitcake. You would love it.
No, not most females. There's great females out there.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah. No, but so I was thinking, right? So we were talking about the old lady, right? What would she have to look like? Which you didn't fully answer that.
Oh, what she is it what I would say yes to or no to?
Yeah, what would you say yes to? Yeah, both.
It's a money.
What would you say yes?
It's a money thing.
Okay, let's just say she says, let's put $1,000 a week.
That's not enough.
It's realistic.
That's not enough.
So absolutely not.
Yeah, no.
$2,000 a week.
If an old lady,
$2,000 a week
for how many weeks and how many times do I have to fuck her?
for a year, every day.
Oh no, that's not enough,
That's not enough.
dude. No. First off, it's hard to bust 7 nuts in a row.
One a day. That's a
I
lot.
I guess it's not a lot, but for an old
Bro,
lady,
you have a mouth,
your imagination
you have
can only go.
fingers. You know what I'm saying? You have feet.
God, could you imagine
punch
eating?
it.
Hold on.
You
Could
could do
you
this,
imagine
you could do this
eating
move.
out an 80-year-old like that? Oh, dude. Do you think the pussy gets stinkier as they get older? It's got to, right?
It depends how many guys.
Like a glass
busted
of
in that.
wine. See, I hear that. I think that's bullshit, though.
I don't think so. It's a
Listen,
thing. It's a real thing. It's
most
medical.
girls get busted into, and I've smelt and tasted.
Most girls get busted into.
Yeah, they all have boyfriends, and they let them bust in them.
Excuse me, I'll be right back. I gotta go throw up.
What do you mean, dude?
come
You're
on,
such
dude.
a fucking.
Well, I'm sorry.
Is
I'm
that-
sorry.
Does-
I have standards. I'm sorry.
Hold on, doesn't Jesus say don't spill your seed on the ground?
Yeah, don't spill your seed on the
See,
ground.
look at I know my Bible. I know you know. You brought your
Bro.
Bible with you. You're sitting on it.
I just had a thought.
Okay, tell me.
So Mary.
Stop. No, that's not. We're gonna lose everybody. We start talking about the Bible again.
No, I'm not. Well, I am gonna say this. Okay, so Mary got pregnant, right, from God,
Allegedly.
allegedly, right? Immaculate conception, right? Bro, what's it like being the guy who came after God?
That's not even worth the thought because there's, that's. Come on.
Come on, what?
Could that God in that scenario be an alien?
Who the fuck knows?
Ooh.
Well, he's not from here, so yes. Agree. Yeah.
It could be.
So we're considered animals? Is that beastism?
Do you believe that we're animals?
Yes.
How come we're the only different one? How come we're the only species in this world? Hold on, think about this. We're the only species on this planet that destroys it.
Is that true?
Yeah, think about it. Do fucking giraffes try to blow up the earth or ruin it with fucking... Are they trying to change their environment? No. Humans
Not yet.
Maybe beavers. I know they build dams. I don't think there's
Mosquitoes.
I don't think there's any animals that manipulate their environment like we do. We're not. I mean, it's the obvious. We're not the same as them, but like, I don't know, man. Are we a part of the animal kingdom, or are we? I don't know, engineered.
You think we're engineered?
I don't know. I'd like to. Okay, in fantasy, if I'm not on record, and it's not gonna be held to me, I'd like to believe that we've been engineered, we've been fucked with. But like, I just think we just.
So you think?
I think it's a
we've been-
better. I think it's a better chance we just don't know the right answer because.
So you think we were apes and then we became?
Yeah, no, I don't. Okay.
So you think that we've been engineered somehow?
Yeah, man. We don't make sense on this planet. We're the only thing, in my opinion, that doesn't make any sense. We're the only ones that could plan for the future. We're the only one that's conscious. We can manipulate the environment, and we just don't. I don't know, man. You look at nature, we're just so much more different. It's like I said, we're the only ones that destroy the earth. What's crazy is if you think about it, I'm pretty sure this is I got this from Mike Tyson. He was like, if you lost all the bees in the world, we would go extinct. Humans. Sure. If you lost all the trees in the world, we would go extinct.
True.
So a lot of species, a lot of different things, if we lost that, we would go extinct.
Yeah.
If we went extinct, the rest of the world would flourish.
Interesting.
Think about that.
Yeah, no,
you know what I'm saying? We don't make any fucking. Maybe it's just we're still very new with our consciousness. If you think of the span of the universe and the span of actual time, and how long we've been on this planet versus how long the planet's been here, dude, it's like we're not even like a grain of sand of time on 25,000 beaches. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, that's true.
So it's like we are maybe in the super still intro of our evolution of consciousness and what it means to think and all those different things. And we still have our monkey brain. That's why we still do wars, and that's why we still get crazy.
So you mentioned monkeys. Do you think that maybe the monkeys were engineered, or did we evolve from monkeys?
So they say that, right? So they say we've come from monkeys, but like, how come there's still monkeys then?
Yeah. Well,
why didn't they
were
evolve?
A type of monkey, right? And there was many types of monkeys at different intervals or different times.
Allegedly.
I think there was 50 different humans.
No,
right?
there was like 6 or 7, maybe 10.
No, I think they found like 50 different types of human beings.
We're gonna have to give that a goog.
Yeah, I believe there's 50 different types or whatever.
I don't know
that are no longer here.
I'm gonna go on the record and say I don't think there was 50 different types of humans, but I did read a book that Sapiens talked about it. I think there was like 6. I think there was 6 at one time that all lived. Like I don't know all those scientific names. I know Neanderthal was one.
Right.
Yeah, like Homo sapien.
I
don't know if that's like the genus. I don't know if that's like the group name. Yeah, no.
Stop.
Trying to sound all like I know shit.
Yeah.
Spell it. No.
Yeah. I just don't want you to get hurt.
From?
Just you twist your brain or something.
Nah, man, my brain's fucking working out all the time, baby.
Okay.
When was the last book you listened to?
No. Sorry.
We were just a few episodes. We're talking about how much books change your life.
Yeah, no,
you have a lot of time. What do you listen to at work?
Yeah. See, here's the thing.
Oh, dude, you gotta get it. Do you not have AirPods?
Yeah. No, I broke mine.
I'm gonna buy you some.
No, I'll get some.
Well, you need to. It's essential.
It is. No, I do miss it. I totally miss it.
We're gifted the opportunity of at least 6 hours, maybe 6 to 7 hours of just continuous education. We get paid to paint, but you could listen to and learn something else because painting does not necessarily require a brain as much. Yeah,
so, but I do want to get back to this. So, are we engineered, and who engineered us?
I'd love to believe that idea. I'm leaning on that idea.
There's the stoned ape theory, right? That we were on trees and then we came down from trees to forage for new types of foods, and then we found cow patties, and then there was mushrooms there, and we ate the mushrooms, and the mushrooms were able to open up our understanding, and it gave us a new outlook, right? And our what is it? Our what's the
pineal?
The pineal gland opened up, and then the language started to develop, and then we developed.
I'd like to believe that reason being is I've done mushrooms, right?
Okay.
And when you do it, you realize new shit. You're like, oh, I didn't even know this state of existence existed. You know?
What do you mean? Like, what have you seen? Because I know people talk about the dwarves, right? The elves, right? Mm-hmm. They talk about portals being opened up, right? So recently I did hear a podcast with Joe Rogan. Mm-hmm. And
who's that, by the way?
Joe Rogan. He is one of the biggest podcasters in all of the world. And I believe we are Roganites.
Yeah, no, I'm a big fan.
Yeah, big fan.
Shout out Big Joe.
Yeah, shout out Big Joe Rogan. He's not the Podfather, but he is damn near close.
He's number one.
Yeah.
Who's number two? And I wonder how big the drop off is. I'm pretty sure this dude gets, I don't know how many. It's tens of millions per week for all the things added up. It's like tens of millions per week.
I'm sure.
And I bet you the nearest one is a couple million.
I don't know.
I think you know what? It's interesting. Do you think like he mostly blew up because he finally was just so there's never been genuine conversations recorded before.
What about this?
No, I'm saying that's why he got so big is because at the time he started it, you had programming on TV, so it was all curated, all fucking polished. What?
Programming.
Right. Well, that's what it is.
The fuck? That's such a.
It's a loaded word a little bit, but he was the first person that you got to hang out. It just felt like, oh, you're a part of the conversation, and then he started having like really cool scientists and smart people. So now you're getting all like this cool kind of knowledge in a way where, and he's a good interviewer where.
For sure.
He lets them talk.
He's naturally very curious.
Yeah, exactly. And he lets them speak. And then, he asked I think he's good at like asking every stroke questions.
He genuinely wants to know.
Right.
So, yeah.
But so back to the mushrooms. I'd like to believe that's, I don't know, the mushrooms versus, let's say, alien influence. Which one do you lean on more?
Well, I mean, if you're eating a mushroom and you think that have you ever like sat down and then wondered what your next step is? Like, say for instance, you're watching, like, let's say you sit down, right? And for you have a lot of these moments where you misstep, right? You're like, oh, what was I doing? And you actually speak to yourself. You're like, okay, where was I at? Have you ever done that? Where you sit down and you're like, oh, the next step is this, but you actually verbalize it so your ear can hear it. Mm-hmm. What do you think that is?
I don't know. You're talking about like when your brain goes in different waves and then you lose like a little track of time. Is that what you're talking about?
No, I'm actually talking about when. So there are some people just do the thing. Other people have to vocalize it and they talk to themselves to be able to do the things. And I wonder, because we have like two sides of our brain, right? And they both do two different things. I wonder if one side, in order to reach the other side, has to send the signal out through your mouth so your ear can hear it and then go to your creative side or something.
I do think there is a difference between thinking a number. Let's say you're trying to remember a phone number. I think there's a difference between your brain just thinking it,
right,
versus you verbalizing it, because I think it goes through a different channel. It's going through a different brain, and then with the added bonus of your ears hearing it. So it's like a double. I think it's different. I think it's different when you actually. That's why affirmations, I think, are so, I don't know, important.
What's an affirmation?
It's like, I don't know, like, isn't it just like words that have meaning? It's like things that you would tell yourself, I don't know. I think there's positive and negative affirmations. You could say, well, I'm never going to do this. This isn't going to be for me. And that you're affirming that.
Do you have any? Like what do you
You know what I do?
Do you walk out and you're like, I got this?
You know what? I don't know. So I read this thing one time. It was breaking down like numbers, and I think it might have been like times. So it was like consecutive numbers, and for some reason I caught the number 444. So weirdly enough, for the last few years, it said something about angels. It said something about like I forgot what the 444 significance was, and I'm sure somebody will fucking tell us in the comments that
The hertz, like
I forgot what it was, but at 444, and I catch this at least 6 days a week, if not all 7 days a week. I'll catch the 444 time.
that's interesting because I get really happy when I see on the time 1, 2, 3, 4. Like I like numbers in like in sequence.
So my little affirmation at 444, I go happy, healthy, wealthy, always.
Are you happy?
I am.
Are you wealthy?
Not yet.
Okay, what was the other one?
Healthy.
Are you?
I'd like to think so.
Okay, well, despite us putting a neurotoxin into our body.
A little cocktail here and there never hurt nobody. You got a problem when you wake up with a fifth.
With a fifth?
A fifth of vodka, you fucking just wake up, crack that bitch open. That's when you got a problem.
Okay. Well, no, I just wonder about the, like, what is it exactly? Like, I know I talk to myself a lot, and I wonder if it's like we all go through things, right? And I suffered from seizures as a kid, and I wonder if the reason why I talk is because like there maybe was a disconnection. And you've read whatever.
Neuroscience books?
Yeah, neuroscience books. I wonder if, like, for me, like, the connection is I have to vocalize it so I could hear it, so the other side of my brain reacts and goes, oh, this.
Well, there's people who are visual learners and there's people who are audio learners. It could be something like that.
Yeah, so do you think that because we have two sides of our brains, do you think that maybe like, so you know how when you see an animal walking down, I don't know if you do or not, but I do go hunting and I'll see a deer walking through the forest and he's like quietly just coming along and he's eating and he's almost like an autopilot, right? Mm-hmm. And so he's walking through the forest and all of a sudden I'll make a noise or he'll smell something and then it's almost like he was on autopilot and then his conscious turned on and he's like, poof, and then he's like, there's danger. Now I have to react.
I think that's less conscious and more instincts. It's like they only have a few instincts. It's to eat, fuck, and like sleep. It's like, so if they're eating, I mean, and not dying, right? They want to self preserve. So they're very in tune with their smell and their fucking senses. So
we do know that the right brain does one thing and the left brain does another thing.
Okay.
So how do they?
Do we know that for animals though? Do they use two sides of brains and stuff? I feel like it's a lot.
Their brain looks a lot like ours. There's two sides to them, right?
I don't know.
Is that true?
Yeah. No, I don't know. Well, don't they? I don't know. I feel like all different animals have different brains. I mean, the only other brain that's compared to ours is like a dolphin or something.
The whales, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, because whales, they have a
If you're talking about size itself, it's like
the blue whale.
Yeah, I don't know.
Biggest brain, biggest eyes.
Well, how big is a fucking orca's brain?
I don't know, but I heard they are fucking vicious.
Right.
Yeah, anyways. No, it's really, really interesting that, you have to, so we think where did we come from? What, and then obviously if you think we're engineered, well, who engineered us? And is that an engineered person? Is that the one we call God?
See what I think, if you're going to be more realist, if you're going to be more logical about this argument, I think it's far greater chance that we literally haven't discovered it yet, that we're just off on our science and our timing of humans, and when we actually started, have we been wiped out in different cataclysms, some fucking asteroids, So I think that's probably, they say whatever, I don't even know what the general science says from when we were actually, fully formed humans. But
10,000 years ago.
Okay, let's just say that's the number. I bet you it's actually millions and millions of years older.
Probably.
So that's why we don't we have so many gaps in our shit and we don't actually know.
Yeah.
So that's probably a better guess than to actually say an alien came and fucking doctored our brain. You know, that's if you're being more real, that's probably more real. But in fantasy, like I'd like to think, because I honestly definitely believe that there's aliens out there, and we fuck with animals and we test on fucking monkeys and we test makeup on pigs and shit, right? So it's not out of the crazy possibility to think that a far greater civilization is fucking with us. Maybe they saw us and they saw the potential and are like, oh, let's just speed this up a couple million years, and they fucking fucked with a few humans, and then we're the way we are.
But the argument is that we have reptiles on the planet, like alligators, right, that are supposed to be one of the oldest creatures on the planet, as far as we know. And they're not talking, they're not walking or accounting.
Yeah.
They don't have taxes that they have to fill out every year.
The question is, I think the good question you're leading up to, I think a good question is, will there ever in any human history, I'm talking 10,000, I'm talking a million years from fucking now, will there be any other animals that could fucking talk and speak our language and communicate verbally?
I guess we have to define what talking is.
True.
Right? Because
we discovered language because it helps us, it helps us
communicate.
Language helped us evolve. It was an evolutionary trait, I think, to communicate with sounds, and those sounds eventually became differentiated.
What if, you know how we have a voice when we vocalize things, right? And obviously, in order to vocalize stuff, we had to develop muscle function in our throat to be able to say words like thoroughbred, right? Do you think that first what evolved was our mental communication to ourselves? And did we actually think that there's a higher power talking to us, which is our brain? Is that a possibility? Where we were like, I hear an inner voice, but I can't vocalize that.
Yeah,
and it's telling me to continue to eat these things, but I don't know where the inner voice is coming from.
Yeah,
and my left brain is telling my right brain to do this. And now I'm doing this thing, but I'm interpreting it as God telling me things to do. And it's just because
I think you're jumping a few things, though. I think if you're finally aware of your conscious, like you could think like, oh, that's this and this is that. I don't think religion is one of those first thoughts. I think that's a more evolved thought.
Okay.
I think it takes a lot of time for you to finally come to like, why am I here? What's the point of this? I think at first, and that's interesting because I'm thinking of the first human who finally like was thinking is like, oh, don't go that way. There's a lion. Like, he had to somehow communicate. Right. He had to somehow communicate that to the next person.
First, he had to figure out what danger was. So obviously, he saw someone get killed.
That probably comes early.
Then he has to figure out not for himself to go there, and then later on develop some type of sound to let the other person, right? Some type of negotiation to tell the other person, hey, don't go that way. So there's so many things that have to occur for you to say, hey, dude, don't go down this street. It's fucking Louisiana and it's dangerous and that dude's got a gun and this place is sketchy.
Dude, there was a guy. Okay, I didn't bring this up earlier, but
are we going back to Louisiana?
Yeah, dude. Dude, all right, listen. Chicago has plenty of gun problems, okay? We have probably, I don't even know the average per weekend that die from guns, okay?
Many.
A lot.
Right now, there's somebody dying.
But I will say, guaranteed, I will say that at least our gangbangers, they don't have the gun invisibility. Like, it's definitely probably it's probably on their belt line, but at least they have a jacket, sweater, shirt over it. In New Orleans, I seen people with their gun just showing, just walking out.
It's official. I'm never going there.
I felt so uncomfortable. And then once my buddy's like, hey, old boy's got a gun. And I look, I see it. I fucking turn around. Of course, I'm high. So, like, I immediately get extremely uncomfortable.
Where's the cops?
Okay, exactly. Well, that's why he's showing it. There's no cop presence. I'm glad you brought that up. The whole, okay, I don't know if this is true, but we'll have to give this a goog.
Okay.
The whole state of Louisiana has 800 policemen.
Yeah, but how is it distributed, and what's the per capita on the?
Okay, out of that 800, how many are administrative? Right?
Oof.
Right?
Yeah,
so
how many are
people
administrative?
actually, dude, I'm not bullshitting when I say in the 5 days that I was there, I seen 4 cop cars throughout the 5 days.
Okay.
On Saturday, maybe it was Friday, I saw 5 cops in a group on one of the streets on the corners on Bourbon Street. And when I went there when I was in my early 20s, there was groups of cops on every corner.
Wow.
So from block to block, the cops just chilling, hanging out, whatever, just being a presence. This time around, no presence. And
do you think that the people in Louisiana are lower evolved?
No, they fucking feel it. But a lot of them, I was talking to the driver. We had our driver on the way back, and with the whole 25 minutes we talked about police and shit. And he was saying there was administrative changes, and the guy who was cleaning it up got fired, and
wow,
all this different stuff. And they're fighting for certain grants to get so they can hire more. And it's like, I'm like, dude, your whole business is tourism. If the tourists don't feel safe, they're not gonna come. It's like,
I think that's the key, right?
How many people like me on that weekend went there and like, fuck that, I'm never going again?
Yeah, I mean, just your story is telling me, Jose, you don't belong there.
No, and like I said, man,
I'm going to California.
I hate to trash them because there's gems, there's cool places, there's great people. I'm sure of it.
Yeah,
but my experience was like, I don't need to waste my money there.
And what's it take for you to put your business in an area? You have to first feel safe.
Exactly. So I'm glad you brought that up. That's exactly I go, what's the solution? How do we fix this problem? My first thought is, well, we know what these businesses are going to do. Block to block, they're going to go in an association and they're going to hire private security. I guarantee you, private security in New Orleans is going to ramp up, and it's going to be a booming industry. And then my mind was like, well, how can I start? I think this is going to be a thing. I think personal security is going to be more and more. It's going to be an average Joe thing. Maybe not average Joe, but most businesses are probably going to hire.
You think they're going to Uber cops? Cops is going to be like Uber?
No, I think it's going to be like, I'm hiring this company. This company makes, they have X amount of people on the property or walking or whatever.
Well, but think about it. Why not?
Why not? What you can't just, because I don't know, you can't just, you're saying if there's a problem, I can call some kind of service and they'll come.
Well, I think that if you're already a police officer and you, like, let's say you universally, like, you take the police academy and you actually turn it into a school. Mm-hmm. And you certify each person individually, and each person individually has to have their own insurance.
Okay.
Then you can hire each person individually through like an app on your phone and be like, I need police presence here all the time. And so that police officer, let's say he has, blocks from Cullerton to Allport, let's say 7-8 blocks. Mm-hmm. This is what he patrols mm-hmm. For 8 hours. That's his shift. And that's what he makes money. Just like an Uber guy drives around for a certain amount of time and makes a certain amount of money. And then bonus points for every time he makes an arrest, right? And if he crosses the line...
Yeah, but he doesn't have the lawful right to make arrests.
Well, what if we somehow figure it out,
right,
where we privatize mm-hmm. police officers? Not saying that that's a good idea. No, I don't know if it is or not.
I think it is a good idea because
Uber cop.
It's not. It's less of that. And okay, like most jewelry stores, they have their own security, there's companies that provide security, like
Yeah.
they do all the logistics and whatever.
Okay.
I think like on area basis, they're gonna hire. There's gonna be, my guess is there's gonna be an entrepreneur who makes fucking private security a little bit more probably affordable, more like there's gonna be like a McDonald's of private security.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, an Amazon version of cops.
And it's just, but the thing is like what are they going to be able to do? Are they going to be able to shoot people for stealing? Or is it like I don't know, there's like security laws, and I'm sure there's got to be some shit like written up. But yeah, man, if the government's fucking up, then there's going to be an entrepreneur who slides in and fucking makes it better.
Yeah, if we make the laws where there's not so much wiggle room and we're able to put like certain people on the street that know their true protocol, like they have a protocol, like they can't make arrest unless they actually have video proof, right? Like hearsay, like someone said, I saw he had a gun, is not enough. You actually have to get it on video, right? Or you actually have to get them committing the crime on video where there's actual proof that if you bring it before the judge, there is undeniable truth that that person did that thing, and there's undeniable truth that that was a law that was broken. Then there's no choice other than to put that person in a cage, which, gosh, even that sounds horrible. Why do we put people in cages? Because there's bad people on the planet,
dude, some
and
people
it's necessary.
Yeah, and then it gets okay, and then you start getting sketchy where it's like private prisons host prisoners, jailmates, whatever, and then it becomes, well, that's a business model. We got to get people in here.
How about this? I got it. How about whoever engineered us to be this way comes back down and is like, all right, I know how to fix each person individually. This is the computer program. You just upload the new service, right? Everybody gets upgraded this new thing and we all behave.
Okay, but think about this as well. See, since we're the only human or the only species on this planet that can think of the future and is self-aware and all those things,
Some of us.
do you think, well, self-awareness is a range. Do you think, though, it's because we're able to do that unique thing of that consciousness, that future? Do you think we put special meanings on things because we're able to do it? It doesn't mean it's true. So like religion and all those things that we
like the fact that you think that's good. Like
Come
you
on.
think your drink is good.
No. But you know what I'm saying?
It's good.
It's fire, son.
Sure,
That's
it's
my
good.
third one, by the way.
It's good. But I'm sure somebody doesn't like cherries is like, this drink
No,
is
but
shit.
my point is, we're able to think that way.
Okay.
It doesn't mean it's true, though. I think there's a part of us that it's because we're able to come up with the idea of religion and money and all these imaginary things. It's because we're able to do it is why we do it. It doesn't fucking actually mean any of it's true.
But what if the entity that created us actually knows
Yeah, but our parents
process?
created us.
Did they?
That's the most real answer, though. That's who created us. I
don't know if that's true, because that's the question. What came first, the chicken or the egg? They didn't come first. It's the ancestors.
I think if I had to answer that question, I'd say it was the chicken that came first. And then like something happened to its genes and then it laid its first egg.
That is the answer, because the Bible says God created. Yeah, all the flying, all the creatures that fly.
Yeah, Anyways, all right. So I wrote a couple things down on my phone. Let's
100 minutes in.
Let's move this on. All right. So I was recently on a plane, right, going to New Orleans, trash bin, and okay. Have you ever been on a flight with a screaming baby?
Oh my God.
Okay. I've thought about this several flights because the last fucking 10 I've been on have had a baby worth shaking. Okay.
Oh my god! All right.
Why? Hold
Edit
on.
this out. Timestamp 2944.
Why the fuck is there? Okay, before I come up with my invention that I'm about to say, what's the rule on why doesn't the mom just physically close the mouth of the baby?
Because
Is it a breathing thing?
I think it's a trauma. Like babies represent potential, right? And you have to maintain a healthy, I guess, development. Otherwise, you ruin him and you create a Charles Manson.
No. So 100 people plus have to just deal with this fucking baby. And there's no solutions. I have a fucking solution, people.
Oh my God. We have to erase this whole part on the podcast.
Imagine a motorcycle helmet for a baby. Okay.
Okay.
Conceal the fucking noise so the only fucking person who can hear the screaming is the goddamn baby. Maybe the baby would shut the fuck up. Okay, so listen, you could literally think of
actually genius.
It's not a bad idea. It's so practical.
Genius.
It's so practical. It could literally be a motorcycle helmet with a little visor in the front so you could see the face. It's not air locked off. And is it 100% soundproof? No. But the point is it'll be confined in this little fucking 2 feet radius versus the whole half of the... I wanted to throw this baby out of the plane. And I literally was going to say...
Listen.
Hold on. I was literally going to say, why do I have to suffer because you brought a fucking baby on this plane?
Well, okay.
It ain't right. It ain't right. And I want some retribution. God damn it, Southwest, which was my first mistake.
Okay, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I thought you were going to say red eye.
I didn't even buy that flight. Southwest, listen, I swear to God, if I can make a baby screaming helmet, it's $1 million idea. Shark Tank, holler at your boy.
I guess the moral of the story is don't let your girl buy you a plane ticket. She'll send you to the butthole of America. Actually, I'm sure she meant well. I'm sure she meant well.
She definitely meant well.
Yeah,
and I appreciate the gift and everything. The gift wasn't the problem. It was just the place.
Yeah.
Anyways, that baby, hold on. But that helmet, there has to be a way that could work. Because that's bullshit that one person can ruin that many people's time.
Right.
It's not like a restaurant. It should be very expected that if there's a screaming baby at a restaurant, you take the baby outside. That's the fucking least you could do as a decent human being.
As a decent human being, you should not bring a baby to a restaurant.
But I'm not totally against it because there's plenty of times where there's a baby sleeping the whole time. I don't give a fuck that it's off to the side. What does it bother me?
Right.
It's just when it becomes a problem, it's a fucking problem. And it's everybody's problem. And this person, and they just let the baby scream. It's like
what else are you gonna do?
Take it to the fucking bathroom.
You haven't made that fucking helmet.
I swear to God, that's a genius idea. But is there like, I don't know, like is it like abuse or is it like?
Yeah, I don't know. Is the baby?
But the baby should hear
enough?
how annoying it's being.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is the baby? Well, okay. So if the baby is screaming, it's obviously that there's something wrong with the baby.
It's the fucking pressure. It's the pressure in the ears. It bothers me, and I'm 34.
Okay,
so that baby.
Maybe we should pass a law where babies have to drive.
No.
They have to
I got
from
better
state to
idea.
state.
Okay, so believe me, I've thought about all the different avenues of how to solve this problem.
Shit.
There should be options where there is no baby flights. There's not allowed to be on this, or there's flights with babies, and if you buy the ticket, you know that yes, there's most likely going to be babies.
Can you imagine you want a cheap flight to get to? I don't know, 5 hours
and you have 15
away,
babies on the plane,
and just it's full of babies, and you're the only dumb fuck.
You pay $50 to get to Vegas, and you're like, not worth it.
When you get there, you're a traumatic mess, and you need therapy.
Holy shit! I would go to jail because there would be.
You would be a baby killer?
I would be the person who screams at a baby. I'd be like, wah! I'd be like, how do you like? I'd be that guy.
Well, how about this, bro? Let's not focus on the baby. Why don't you just fucking go to Best Buy and buy yourself a set of noise canceling headphones, and you don't have to shake the shit out of a beautiful baby?
That's an option. That's an option. I like mine better. I don't feel like I should do something. They should do something. They're making the noise. They're making the disruption. Okay. Why should I have to do an extra step? Why should I have to buy an extra thing? They should.
Yeah.
Amen. Hear, hear.
Okay. The Gordon Ramsay of the air.
I just, I've been on enough flights now where it's like, how do I get so unlucky? Thank God, hold on. It's only an hour and like 50-minute flight, so that's a huge positive.
Have you ever sat by the door that opens, like the emergency exit?
Yeah, it's so funny how they're like, I need a verbal agreement that you're going to help. I'm not helping none of you people.
Then you can't sit there.
Okay, and what if I said that? And then what?
I think you just you agree to it. That's all.
Right.
But then if anything goes wrong, help yourself. Why the fuck not?
That's my.
You be the first one to jump with the fucking parachute,
dude.
Or throw the baby out first, because you're supposed to help the other person.
Speaking of emergencies in a plane, have you ever seen the movie Flight?
No.
With Denzel?
Nope.
You never seen it? Dude, I highly recommend it.
Okay.
Great movie. Denzel, of course, is.
Is it in theaters?
No, I think it was made in like. I don't know, I think it's older. I think it's like 5, 6, 7 years old.
Do you think maybe we should move on from that and I can watch something new?
No, it's a good movie. I'm just giving.
What am I gonna learn from Denzel and his fucking movie?
It's not about learning things. It's about being entertained, and you're entertained, son.
If you need to be entertained, put on fucking the Karen's Kids podcast.
No. Let me explain the movie a little bit because
go ahead.
Liked it. So
you liked it?
So I did.
Your speech is fucked up from Louisiana.
You know what? I didn't hear a lot of You didn't hear that swamp talk that you think, like the fucking Bobby Boucher. When he's like, "Oh, yeah, man," what do you say? He goes, "Your home is where you make it," and he's like, "Well, you like to see homos naked?" He's like, "Home is where you make it," whatever. It's something like that. Anyways,
all right.
What was I? He threw me off. What was I saying?
Well, you were just about to talk about. I have no idea. I'm drunk now.
Oh God! All right, let me go. I'm gonna go now. I gotta go to the phone to the new thing that anything else I was. All right. Okay. I got one. So I was in Chicago. I was downtown, and I seen cops going down on the horses. You seen those?
Yeah.
That was a bad way to say it. There was cops riding horses doing patrol. Going down the street. I missed that part.
That's hilarious. All right. Yeah, I got something to say because I shook somebody, a lady's hand today at work, and she was like, "Oh, your hands are warm," and I said they were in my pockets.
She's like, okay. What are you pocket pooling?
I fucking left.
No, so the cops that patrol on the horses, will they do a chase on those horses? Will they reprimand somebody on those horses?
Yes.
They will. I thought you don't think it's just all show, like
no,
just an old school tradition?
No, I've been arrested on the horse.
Shut the fuck up. You had to suck the horse's dick?
Can you imagine being arrested? Where does the cop put you in? Behind him or in front of him?
Settle up, partner.
Oh God.
You're going downtown.
The cop will set you in front of him. Or you have to sit behind him and straddle his waist while he takes you to jail.
So I was looking at this.
And the jail's like a barn?
Yeah, stable. The horse was walking by and I was looking at its fucking thigh muscles.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, sexy, right?
Unbelievable. Yep. It's like that thing would fuck you up if you got behind it and it fucking broncoed your ass.
Yeah.
It's like...
Again.
One leg has got to be the weight of me.
Again. We're like... Yeah, we could send an email, but...
Yeah, we're doughy.
What the fuck?
There's a lot of animals that would fuck this up if we didn't have the brains we did.
We're like if you took a Ziploc bag, filled it with shit, and then zipped it up. That's what we are.
That's what I think about that.
Okay. That's what he thinks about it. What do you want me to do? That's what he does.
All right, let's go to the next thing.
All right, what's the next thing?
What else do I got here? Oh, so I seen all right, you know it's a clear what am I thinking here? You know how you could really tell that people don't go to the gym a lot? So I know I was going to the gym. I frequent quite often. And you see different things. You see different like people, the way they act, and so every so often I'll see people taking pictures of the export sign as they're walking in, right? It's like, look where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
Those people never go to the gym regularly.
Okay.
So that's what I put together. It's like the people who take pictures of the gym and them going in it. Yeah. It's like they almost gotta like represent that I go to the gym, but you look at their body and it's like you don't go to the gym. It's like I could tell that you're not. So I started thinking, I'm like, all the people who, because I used to take a lot of videos of me at the gym, and it's like, no, I don't do that. And maybe it's a me thing, but when I feel like people post, especially just like pictures of them walking in, it's like you don't go to the gym a lot. That's why you do that. If you went to the gym all the time, that's not a novelty.
Yeah.
You know?
It speaks to like people live a fantasy life, right?
I think so many people want to represent who they're not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what fucking social media
problem.
is. It's like, let me show you who I want you to believe I am, but I'm not really this thing. I'm only this thing for 2 seconds in this picture.
Yeah, right. That's exactly what they're showing you, the best 7 minutes of their day.
Right.
And
that's why I got off, and I know I talked about it last time. It's been such a...
But it's crazy how much it works.
It's such... Right.
It works.
And it makes your friends envious of you, even though, like... Or people envious of you in general, even though it's like... They don't even... No one's living the life I would... Like, not everyone's Dan Bilzerian. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, of course.
Right. Like, that dude's living life. It's like, he takes those pictures and videos. It's like...
Maybe.
God, no. I think he's got enough. He's living that life.
Yeah, maybe.
He would be called out already if he wasn't. But like, I don't know. It's just I'm so glad I'm off that shit. So I can't stand fake. I'm my fake radar. My patience for fake is so little.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's why I had to get off.
Okay. So where do you see me on that spectrum?
What do you mean? Explain.
Yeah. So. Yeah. So
as far as
everybody
fake,
has a level of fake.
Mm-hmm.
Like I take pride in certain things in my life, right? So I would like to know, where do you see myself on that spectrum? Like if you're going to use that ruler to measure people, where am I?
I think that's why I like you and why people like you and why people like this podcast is you can tell authenticity. I think authenticity is a currency that's going to be worth more and more,
right? Because
social media and the whole internet, all that's just going to keep progressing, and everyone can be fake on that.
Yeah,
the reason why Joe Rogan's so popular is authenticity.
Yeah.
Is rare, actually, especially like certain places of where you live. You know, I never lived in LA or California, but you hear about all the time how everyone's just everyone's fake. Everyone's trying to just get into the business. Everyone, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think authenticity is going to be worth a lot in the future. And I think that's why, that's why you come off as a very authentic person. So to answer that, I would say, I know when you're bullshitting, and it's always a joke. I don't take any of your stories or anything you bring as fugazi.
Okay, well, I appreciate that. I try to be as real as I can, and I don't know if it's a plus or a minus, but at least the people that do want to be around me are around me because that's exactly what I am.
Right. I think being authentic, it's a long game, right? Because
Yeah.
there's going to be some people who don't like that. They don't want to, I'm the type of person, I call people out on their bullshit.
Yeah.
And some people don't like that. They don't like hearing the truth. They like to live that lie. So authenticity, I think it weaves out the people in your life that shouldn't be there.
Right.
And it attracts the people that should be there, because there's people that are very genuine, that I don't like lying. I'm not good at it. Yes, I think we talked about this before, but I could lie about like a gift that maybe I don't like, but you gave it to me for a birthday, and I could lie. I could do that.
I guess those are called white lies.
Right. I could do harmless lies, but I don't like the feeling of lying, because then it's such a stressful adrenaline that it's not healthy for your body to keep up with lying. So I've never been, I don't know if it's probably a parental thing. Maybe they taught us a certain way, and that's why certain people are a certain way. But I don't like the feeling of lying. I like being truthful. It's easier to talk to people if you're truthful, I believe.
Yeah.
Because then you have your, like you meet somebody new and they're talking about a subject matter that you know of, and then you can talk on it, and it's like very fluent because it's real. So when I talk about myself, I like to do the same. It's like I like to be authentic and real, because it's just easier to talk to people that way. I could just say my truths, and if you don't, I'm a type, I don't give a fuck I care if people hate me and stuff a little bit, but like if you don't like the real me, then it's like I can easily be okay with it.
Yeah, it is what it is. Right. It is what it is. You can like it or hate it, but this is what it is. This is what you get. Yeah. No, yeah. Speaking of that, I do feel that like our job has a lot to do with that too, right? Because you cannot, if your superintendent asks you where are you at on the job, like you have to be as honest as possible, because if he comes through and checks you.
Well, I think that's a little different than I think like work responsibilities and lying is different than lying to people about who you are. I think a lot of people, and I thought about this, you go on a first date. Let's say you're on a first date.
Okay.
Most people are trying to impress the other person, right? Yeah, obviously. You're trying to impress whoever you're with. So there's a lot of people who you good?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. There's a lot of people who they misrepresent themselves. It's like they're gonna tell people I'm A, B, and C, but that's their dreams more than actually being who they are. It's like most people like to project who they are on their first date versus actually who they are, and that's I don't know.
So I feel like that's where you gotta be the most honest, don't you think? Like
right.
If you're potentially meeting somebody that is gonna be like your person, or I guess, do people still use that word, your person?
They go partner. I think it's I fucking hate when married people call each other partners. Okay, if you're a lesbian,
though, right?
You are, but a husband and listen, it's like such a millennial thing that like husband and wives call each other partners. And I don't know why that bothers me, but it fucking does. It's like your husband and wife. Like, why does it have to be different?
Yeah.
Why do you have to change? It's like these fucking woke ass people. It's like they'll take everything.
You think that's authentic?
I kind of think. Do I think that's authentic? I think it's like. I think a lot of people start. It's just another religion. If you think about it, it's like another team. It's like there's certain things that yes need to be corrected and whatever, but then there's people who, well, what's the next thing we could correct? And then there's an endless. That's what I'm saying. There's an endless line. It continuously goes. So it's like those people are progressives, right? So they have to progressively get fucking more and more like. It's not husband and wife. It's partners. I don't know, man. For some reason that bothers me. I can't quite put my finger on it.
Everything's shutting
Listen,
off.
folks, we're bootlegging this shit. We got 3 different kind of cameras. We got fucking pausing halfway through here. Well, I promise you at some point this is gonna be legit. And I do.
We got to stop saying that and just do it.
I know it's gonna cost us some money, but we're getting a lot of positive feedback from all you guys, and we honestly, I keep kicking your camera, and I really appreciate it. You guys are sweet, you guys are awesome. Everyone's saying a lot of positive things. I would appreciate though if you could start hitting some likes, start leaving some comments, and all your guys, everyone who's listening to me speak at this moment, must and please share it with at least one other like-minded person with yourself. Just share it with one person. Say, hey, these guys are on the come up. Rogan's going to pass the torch to them someday, and it's worth a listen. That's your job.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I have a lot of my buddies, they text me and they're like, hey, dude, I really like what you did. I hate this part you did. Like, I actually had 3 people text me. And they're like, bro, you were wrong for that. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm flawed. I'm a human being. I'm willing to explore that I was wrong. And I can turn around and I can make corrections to some of the things that I say. I know I'm outrageous sometimes. But I'm meant to be that way. You know what I mean? Like, I actually, how else am I supposed to know that that's not the thing that I was supposed to do unless I actually go ahead and do it and find out for myself? And so, yeah, I do say some crazy things, but oh well, I'll learn, I'll get better. And if I don't, well, that's just what it is. But either way, I have to say that we have to look into somebody by the name of David Icke. One of my buddies, a listener, Saul, actually was like, hey, dude, you got to look into David Icke. And I did briefly, but I didn't have time this week to actually go in and see what that guy is all about. Apparently, he's the guy who came up with the theory of reptilians. And also, he talks about how money is not real. And he lectures all across America.
It isn't.
Yeah, well, he's the guy.
Money's only real in our minds.
Well, I was holding $100 bill today.
Yeah, but that's a piece of paper.
Well, it's pretty real piece of paper.
But the value of that's it's the concept of money is fake. It's not natural.
I know what you're saying.
There's no animals that have money. It's a fake thing and now it used to be gold and silver. Now it's just,
but
dude, it's crazy.
It's a value, isn't it?
Because we put it on there. Just like the value of like.
But don't you think it's a need also?
It's a way to do exchanges.
Well, we see that in the animal world, though.
No.
Sure. What about like the rhino, right?
There's
rhino's
no exchange.
Out there is.
There's no zero. Okay, explain.
Okay, so the rhino, right?
Mm-hmm.
He gets parasites all over his body, right?
Okay.
And so
I don't even know if that's true, but go ahead.
Yeah, he gets what are they called? Ticks.
Okay.
He gets ticks all over his body. And so he needs a service. His service is to clean the ticks off his body. So a bird who needs to eat will land on his body and eat the ticks. But also that bird is getting food in exchange and he's getting a service. So there is a value exchange through animals.
Yeah, it's apples and oranges. You're talking about that's physical things they've done to each other to exchange.
Yeah, but what's the difference if I say, hey, give me money so I can buy food and I'll paint your house? There is a connection there. You know what I mean?
All right. So that made me think about, all right. So one time I was talking about animals, something I watched on TV.
Okay.
And I didn't say the best part of it.
Okay.
So I was talking about deer and monkeys. Okay.
Whoa.
There's a certain species of monkeys that when they eat on the trees, they miss their mouth a lot. So the deers evolved to follow the monkeys when they go up the tree because when they eat, they're sloppy eaters, and the deer get all the scraps. So
what does the monkey get?
Okay. So the monkey comes down and rides the deer. It gets a joy ride.
So the deer are carnies.
Swear to God. So I said this on one of our earlier podcasts. It might not even been on one of the visual ones. I think it was at your house, and I forgot that part. So what blew my mind is the fucking exchange. The monkey rides it, and then the deer goes purposely slow not to knock it off, and then eventually gets tired, and then it kicks him off. But he allows the monkey to ride it. It's the exchange.
Wow, see, there it is. There's a value exchange.
Yeah.
For instance, if I had cows and you wanted meat, I would say, hey, paint my house and I'll give you a steak.
I mean, just like whales have certain bacteria suckers on them, like certain fish that eat the algae and eat the shit off them.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are. See, I don't know. But money, I think money's one of those things where it's, I don't know, man. I think it's just like it allows you to exchange. I think that's what the purpose of it is.
Yeah. I think it's for you to get goods.
Yeah, there's one more thing I wanted to bring up that's totally off subject.
We're like at an hour 40, I think, which is awesome.
Should we just call it?
No, one more. Like one more.
All right. All right. We'll end it on. Hold on. Where am I at? Sorry, folks. Should I bring up something pedophile? Because I know your friend likes it, but I'll save it.
My friend doesn't like it. What are you talking about? No.
I missed this one last week. We talked about pedophiles, and I forgot to bring this part up. Should I bring that up? Okay, I'm already deep in it. So the whole online predatorial thing, has it actually ever worked? Where a 7-year-old was like, yeah, come over. Like, how did that whole concept of like finding younger people online start? Like, has it ever worked? Has there ever been?
The answer is it has to.
Okay. I know South Park made they're making a joke. I don't know if there was an actual group. They called it NAMBLA. Like, it was like child that wanna be with older people. So like there's a group of them.
Whoa.
So I don't know if that's real, if that was like whatever, but like I was just thinking about like, I don't get why they think they could find young kids online. I guess you're right. It has to be real, because why else would they do it?
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's gotta be a thing. It's gotta be a thing. I mean, how many guys get busted? Remember they used to have that program, How to Catch a Predator?
Oh, yeah, with Chris Hansen.
Okay, you're right. How many guys did he catch on a weekly basis?
Great. He's caught people. Listen, okay. They changed laws because of that show. Okay. He caught a dude 3 times in one night. What? So what happened was, and this is out of his mouth, I think he was on Rogan.
How many times did that guy do it before he got caught?
Right. But the thing is I think the public got so outraged, like, yo, what the fuck, that they changed the law that if you show up, even if you don't do anything, that it's arrest worthy. So basically that show used to just show people coming, getting caught, and then leaving. Then they changed laws that when they showed up, then the cops were there to arrest them.
Wow.
It's
Is it a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a great thing, dude. But I think everyone's on board.
Okay, hold on.
This is the last time I bring up pedos, I think.
I just want to make a link between a couple of things, all right?
Mm-hmm.
So earlier, and I'm not comparing you to a pedophile,
okay,
but it's still doing damage to a child.
Mm-hmm.
You were on an airplane, the child was screaming, and you wanted to shake the shit out of him.
Uh-huh.
Don't eat ice on the mic. People don't like it.
I stand by that, by the way.
Okay, well.
By shaking babies on the plane. Not the ice chewing. Sorry about that, folks. I'm trying to get to this black cherry that was $20, but I can't get to it because there's ice in the fucking way.
Again, the true star of the podcast is the black cherry.
Oh, my God, so good. There's so many more left.
Louisiana, thank you for your black cherries.
Hey. All right, folks. If you liked this episode, give us a fucking like. Don't be scared. Give us a little share with a friend. Help us out through this journey. We appreciate you. We love you.
Like, subscribe, share.
Until next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.